Hello, Connections team. Happy Thursday. Ramin here with our normal Thursday check-in. Let's get down to what's going on in the lobby this upcoming week, and then a quick spiritual encouragement. It'll be a busy time in the lobby. Both Merch 1 and Merch 2 will be occupied with tables. Those are those areas under the stairs. One of them will be for men's game day. In mid-October, we've got let me check the date, the 14th. We're going to a UTSA game, all inclusive with travel and all that stuff. You come here, a bus will take us. We'll get to go kind of underground, backstage, so to speak, and see what the team does. So it'll be a great time to meet. It's a men's specific thing. So if you're a guy or you know a guy that could benefit from that, please let them know about it. Also, if folks are looking for men's stuff to do at Connection Central, you can point them to the game day. Another thing that's going to be happening is it'll be our first week of October. That means we're getting ready for Trunk or Treat at the end of the month. That's our church Halloween alternative. If you've never been there, it's super fun. Our parking lot is packed out with cars and with their trunks popped, totally themed out, people dressed in costumes, and kids come in and having a good time in the community. One of my favorite parts about it is the community who might not usually come on this church's property comes here for that. It's a great time of outreach. My favorite one last year, there was a trunk that the whole family was dressed as Peanuts characters, like Charlie Brown, right? And every now and then they put on the Peanuts theme song and do the dances, and each character did the same dances that they did on the cartoon. So it was really cool. So those two things will be going on in the lobby. If people are asking you about those, you'll point them to those tables under the stairs that go upstairs, okay? And if you're working at Upstairs Connection Central, send them downstairs to those merch centers, okay? Last night I had the privilege to hang out with the teenagers here. I preached last night at Big Night. And I shared about Acts chapter 1, when the disciples, excuse me, the disciples are hanging out with Jesus, and he's getting ready to go back home to ascend, and they ask him one final question. They say, okay, are you getting ready to restore the kingdom to Israel? Is this the time when you're about to change the world? That whole thing we've been waiting for these 3 years that we'd hung out with you. And Jesus says, it's not for you to know the time or the seasons, but, and that conjunction right there is super important because it means what he's about to share is connected to the previous statement, right? But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you. You'll become my power to become witnesses to Judea, Samaria, and beyond, right? So that's what we have been empowered to do through his Spirit. I think a lot of it, and then after that he ascends, right? He floats up. And the disciples are just standing there like, what? We asked him when he was going to fix things, and he's talking about giving us power. And then these angels appear, and they say, men of Galilee, what are you doing standing looking up into heaven? You know that Jesus who's going is coming back in the same way. So basically, he's coming back, so get to work. Y'all got stuff to do. Sometimes I find myself standing there gazing up like, okay, Jesus, and we need to trust God. But there's sometimes when God is like, all right, I've given you what you need to go do it, to go prepare the way, to be this great cloud of witnesses that prepares the way for me. Go do it. Don't forget that you have been given the capacity, an empowerment by God to make a difference. When we ask him, when is he going to restore the kingdom? He says, I'm going to come to finish it, but you're going to start it. You're going to start it with the way that you interact with people here on earth. So remember that, be encouraged by that, and feel the challenge of that. We are difference makers. We should be making a difference, okay? Looking forward to seeing y'all this Sunday. Peace.